John, a few days out now, what's your overall sense heading into this season after a long break?
Yeah, no, excited. This is probably, other than the final week of the season, if you're challenging for something, this is probably the most excited that you get leading into a game, because it's been so long since we played a competitive game. So we're excited about it. We can't wait. It's been a good pre-season for us. The boys have worked really well and ready to go now.
After being moving into the season, being defending champions, is it a new approach? Is it a new, different sort of feeling going in?
No, it's not a new approach. It's more or less that we want to keep on improving and be a team that keeps on getting better and evolving as a team. And we know that we had a lot of areas that we could improve on and just keep working hard. And that's been the main thing. The biggest thing for us was not having that complacency. Because that can happen when you do get some success, that you become and you're a bit complacent. But from the word go, I could see the boys were motivated and ready and excited and trained probably even harder than they did last pre-season. So that's a positive. And then from there, you think the results will come.
So just on the complacency, how do you find the balance between yourself needing to motivate them and also players just doing it themselves?
Players really did it themselves. They come back in good shape. They come back ready. They had that taste of success. And normally the teams that don't have success after they've just won something is like I mentioned, the complacency, and also if they lost a lot of players. Well, we've kept the majority of the group, if not 90+% of it, and then the way that they've worked, and it's easier then for a coach. You don't have to drive them as much, and they drive themselves, and that's a great sign for a team.
Just on that, it's a bit of an older group, more experienced, but there are some young players. Do you sense that there'll be a step up from some of these younger guys looking into this season?
Yeah, we had a really good step up last season from the younger players as well. People you forget that Lockie Wales at the beginning of last season was only 23 years old, just went to the Olympics. And performed really well. It's probably his best season to date in the A-League. We also had Aloisi, who he played a lot of minutes, Reece Bozanowski towards the end of last season, beginning of this pre-season. So they'll be pushing, also the experienced players. And the experienced players, they know that, what it takes to perform, how they have to train at a level all the time, and that rubs off on the younger group.
James Aloisi comes in, of course, as you say, most of the squad is there. He's a new name, he's been around for a long period of time, a lot of experience. What are your expectations? What are you hoping to see from him?
I'll see what James can, what he has brought to the A-League, and to not only the A-League, to the national team when he has played. He played quite a few games, won the Asian Cup. He's got great quality, and he's got a good work ethic, and that's fitted. He's fitted in really well and quickly within the group because of that. And then he's got that quality in that final third that can unlock a defence if we need to come from behind. We didn't come from behind too often last season, but this pre-season we've already come from behind 3 times against A-League opposition. So that shows, because of the players and the group we've got now, that we can win whether we're in front or coming from behind.
And in terms of the players who's prepared for round one, Prijovic and Diamante, what's their fitness levels like?
They'll take a little bit of time to get their fitness levels to a certain level. Alex had a bit of a setback in terms of he had COVID. Before he got back, he couldn't train with us for a bit, and then during pre-seasons he ended up getting injured, sick again, and then a little bit of an injury, but since then he's been fine. So Diamante's come from a long injury and a long layoff, and it will take him time, but the progression is going well, and we know what he can bring to our squad, and we're excited to have him back training with us.
Are we likely to see any of those new faces come round one?
Yes, you'll see Dumbia, he'll definitely play a part. James Aloisi will play a part. Trat is ready to go as well. They've been performing well in pre-season. Look, the ones that have like Dumbia, it will take him a little bit of time to adjust to the A-League and also Australian football. but he's working hard to fit in and understand our game style.
Yeah, and how important was it for you guys to actually get a full pre-season? Last season interrupted with COVID, you were coming in, the internationals were in a bit late. How important was it for you guys to get a full pre-season on the track?
Yeah, it was great for us, and you know, it was also great for, you know, Leo Lacroix and a couple of the other foreigners that came in late into last pre-season to have a full pre-season with the group. And that's probably why we noticed that the big improvement in pre-season. The more games we played quite a few, and then you start to get that cohesion a lot quicker than what we had last pre-season. So, you know, I say it's good. The players say the pre-season is too long, trained too hard, but they're ready to go now. They can't wait.
And are we expecting any changes in sort of the way you guys play? Everyone knows what to expect of Western United under you. Will we see a few changes this year?
Look, we just want to improve in all aspects. You know, we felt at the beginning of the last season that we were winning games, close games, that we, you know, we were finding a way to win. And then towards the end of the season, you saw how well we could play and did play and scored a lot of goals. You know, people underestimate the first probably 10 rounds we didn't score much. Then after that, we're averaging nearly 2 a game. So there was a lot of good and positive signs that, you know, we can also go forward really well and really quickly, and also, you know, try and control the game with the ball. And we know we can control the game without the ball as well. We're very good defensively. Our defensive structures were good last season, but we just want to keep on improving on that as well.
And obviously this weekend, Melbourne City, the big grand final rematch to start the season.
Yeah, it's a big game. Always when you play first game, doesn't matter who you play, but it's that extra bit special when you're playing, you know, a rival that's from the same city. And so, you know, we had some, you know, great games last season against them. They're a very good side, signed really well in the off season. We know it'll be tough, not only this game but the whole season, because every team's recruited well. But we're ready for it, and we can't wait.
Can you go back to back as well, do you think?
Of course, you know, why not? But every club will think that they've got an opportunity and chance of winning it. So we just have to make sure that, you know, we focus on ourselves and we try and improve every day. And if you can do that, then you give yourself the best chance of competing towards the end of the season.
What's Diamante's role in the squad this season? Do you have to manage his minutes given the stage he's at in his career?
Look, it's hard to say now because he hasn't played any minutes in pre-season. He's only just joined us fully in training, so it will take a little bit of time to see, you know how many minutes he plays and, you know, what he does for us in terms of, can he start games, will he be an impact player, will he play every single game, will he play every single minute. It's difficult to know because it's been a long time. I think it was since January this year, and so. But he's worked hard, he's motivated. He says it's his last season, so that's when he's saying that it's his last season and how motivated he is, that's only a good sign for us.
And your new signing, Tongo Doumbia, in the centre of midfield. Tell us a little bit about him. We can obviously see he's a towering presence in there, but what else does he bring?
Well, he brings calmness on the ball. He's very comfortable with the ball. And he's got that composure, so when we're under pressure or teams press us high, he won't panic. He'll be able to play out through tight situations. And then he has got a presence, he's got a physical presence, and we'll be dangerous with the likes of him in there, and then also when Alex is fit, and Leo Lacroix, and Topper Stanley and Trat on set pieces, because last year we were dangerous on set pieces as well. We had good delivery and good players attacking the ball, and this year will be the same. We've already scored a couple of goals off corners this pre-season, so let's hope we can keep on scoring off of those set pieces.